a shooting noise or an explosion like fireworks, yeah, is really triggering for him. So yeah, I don't know. We are walking again after a short break, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really annoyed. I mean, not at Otto. It's of course not his fault, but I'm annoyed that I didn't know that this would be an issue. I like hiking to clear my head and just to be in nature, so having to worry all day is, yeah, kind of hard and annoying, and really takes away from what I'm looking for in the hike. I don't know what to do. Luckily, the explosion sounds are a bit better now. I think it comes more likely from a military training area. We are hiking away from there, so yeah, I hope it's better. And it's not all the time. Sometimes it's just, yeah, every 20 minutes, but then there are 3 explosions in 10 minutes. So yeah, I don't know. The morning was a bit rubbish. And I was seriously thinking of quitting and just going back to the train station. But yeah, for now, I think things are better. Look at those views. As you can see, there are a lot of wooded areas here, which is very common in Germany, especially in the south and in the west of Germany. So you have these really large areas of old woodlands, which is really, really nice. But as you can also see, there are a couple of smaller villages, but the area and the trail itself is a little bit remote. I mean, you're not far away from civilization, but there are actually almost no options to buy food on the trail. There was a little cafe yesterday where I got the coffee, but that's not open every day. And there's 1 or 2 restaurants, but they're not open all the time either. So yeah, you really have to carry a couple of days worth of food. Same with water. There are a couple of smaller streams, but most of them are dried up now, so not a lot of options. Depending on the weather and the season, drinking water can be a bit of an issue too. But what I really love about the trail is they have created this system of so-called open taps, which is basically a little map of people living along the trail or not too far off the trail. People that have outdoor taps, and you can basically go there and refill your water, which is really nice. Bit of a steep climb. Ooh, look at this view. This is gorgeous. We are walking through another castle, or the ruins of a castle. Only a couple of ruins left, and I think this is going to be our spot for lunch. We had a long lunch break. It's almost 4 o'clock now, but I could try the tent, and I had some food, some snacks, and now I think we have another 4 miles, 3.5 miles to get to our spot for tonight, which is also one of those legal wild camping spots. Before going there, I'm going to the village. There's a private house there that lets you fill up the water, so I'm going to do that. And since yesterday it took quite some time to dehydrate my food without hot water, like just cold soaking it, I thought I would start preparing my dinner now. Since I have a leak-proof container, I can just put my meal in there, let it soak for the next couple of hours until we get to camp. For tonight I'm trying to cold soak a mule meal. I think this is the Mexican chili, and it has dehydrated beans in them, and I think they will probably take a bit longer to hydrate. Then we'll see how this turns out in 3 hours. We've made it! I found our spot for tonight. So far it looks like we have the place to ourselves, which is great, and it's a really nice forest, and yeah, a little bit of late sunshine. Oh, this is perfect. This is home for tonight. Look at this, it's so beautiful and peaceful. It's still early, it's only 6 o'clock, so I'm not going to have my dinner just yet, but a coffee. This is my dinner today. It's the coal-soaked Yule meal. Let's do a taste test. This worked perfectly, and yeah, it tastes really good, better than the ramen noodles I had yesterday. Good morning, everyone. We had a great night in the woods in our tent, and it was so quiet and peaceful, and yeah, it was really nice, especially after the day yesterday that started with a bit of stress for Otto. And now we're back on the trail, and I've made the decision that today will be our last day on the trail. I've decided to skip the last 10 miles because I realized that this hike has been quite tough for Otto. There have been so many shooting noises, which are a real trigger for him, and I don't know if that will continue today and tomorrow, but I can feel that he's still a bit on alert, and I basically know that now that he has heard so many noises, he will be very sensitive to basically every noise now for the next couple of days. So even just another loud noise will probably cause some more stress. I've decided to do the hike today, and then I will reach a smaller town where I can basically come off trail and take the bus and then the train, which wasn't really possible yesterday, which is why I've decided to push on. And I don't know, I just don't want to drag him against his fear if there are any more noises. That's obviously not great for him, not great for me either. So that's what I've decided. It's just, of course, it's a bit sad, but that's the reality if you're hiking with a dog. It's not just about you. In fact, it's much more about the dog and his needs, and you're basically hiking your dog's hike, and that's something that I take very serious, because I want him to have the best life possible, and I don't want him to be afraid and associate hiking with shooting noise and with fear. That would be horrible for the future. So I've decided to just do these 3 days. We've seen so much, and I think it's going to be another amazing day today. It's so warm and sunny, and the woodlands, as you can see, they're really beautiful, and just going to make the most of it today. So let's go. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but these traces are from wild boar, which are really common in German forests, and they are everywhere. As you can see, that's where they like look for food in the soil with their noses. So you will find these basically everywhere in German forests. I found a spot for breakfast. I think I'm going to have a coffee because it's not that cold this morning. Yeah, it's okay, not too bad. I really like this trail. I'm so impressed with it, honestly. The trail is really well maintained. It's perfectly waymarked, so there's no chance of getting lost whatsoever, and I didn't need my offline map on my phone at all. So yeah, it's really nice, and it's a very like peaceful and quiet trail. I only met like 2 other hikers over the last 3 days, and 3 or 4 like local dog walkers next to the villages. So it's really great to have some peace and quiet, to have the woods all to yourself. Also, as you can see, most of the trail is on small footpaths and not on forestry tracks or smaller lanes. Also, it's perfect for summer, I guess, because it's, as you can see, most of the trail every day has been in the shade under the trees. So it's really perfect for summer too, and if you're hiking with a dog. The only thing would probably be resupply, especially if it's not like during peak season. Probably hard to find food like on the trail, basically impossible. So you have to detour quite a bit. But even then, your only options would maybe be 1 or 2 restaurants and no real shop for the first 40 miles, I would say almost 40 miles. That's something to take into account. The water situation wasn't too bad since there are these open taps that you can use. It was easy enough to find water. And if you're hiking the trail in a bit of a wetter season, like in spring or autumn, yeah, that should be fine. There are a couple of streams that will have water then, and yeah, to filter. All in all, I really liked the trail. It was really perfect. I really like hiking through the forest and just hear the birds, and yeah, it's really great to be in this big green space, and just everything's calm and peaceful. So yeah, it was a really nice 3-day mini adventure, and I'm very happy that we've did it. This is so nice, hiking through the forest. Ooh, look at those views. Wow, this is so nice. I'm having my lunch break now and my last cold soaked meal. I'm having a cup of noodles with a lentil. I can cold soak this too within a couple of minutes. In general, cold soaking my food wasn't that bad really, but it was really warm these last few days, so yeah, I didn't mind having a cold dinner. So yeah, that was fine. It didn't taste different from a hot meal, so yeah, was okay. The only thing I didn't like with cold soaking was the morning. I would have loved to have a hot coffee or a hot tea. And yeah, some hot porridge, because I didn't like my cold porridge. I don't know, I'm not a big breakfast eater, so if I'm out hiking I have to basically force myself to have breakfast. I know if I'm not bringing a stove I would probably skip breakfast even more. Yeah, that wasn't the best thing for me, so if I'm going stoveless that would probably mean that I need something else for the morning, something like tortillas. Same for the coffee. I missed my coffee in the morning or in the afternoon, mainly because I ended up drinking just water, so just plain water, and I don't know, it was just a bit boring and I would have loved a bit of variation. So maybe if I'm going stoveless again, I will bring more of these hydration tablets just to have a little bit of taste in the water. But what I really loved about cold soaking was my lunch break, because usually I don't cook my lunch because I'm too lazy to get everything out at lunch. I usually don't have a bigger meal, so I'm just having energy bars, but you get tired of these very quickly. So to have a option to have a quick lunch which doesn't taste just like pure sugar and energy bars, that was really nice and I really like that. Maybe a good option for me is a mix of both. So yeah, having my hot coffee, hot porridge in the morning, but then to save fuel and save weight for energy bars, then maybe to have a cold soaked lunch or even a cold soaked dinner if it's really warm. Yeah, maybe that's an option, but right now I don't know, I just don't see myself going completely stoveless, because I just love coffee too much, especially on a cold morning or on a hike like this one where there's basically nothing to buy anything. So yeah, I've really missed that, but yeah, it was an interesting experience for sure. We are almost at our finishing point. As I said, I'm cutting our hike short and skipping the last 10 or so miles, and yeah, I think it's for the best. Otto is doing a lot better than yesterday, but there were still some noises that he interpreted as shooting noise, so yeah, I just wanted him to have a really good rest at home. Other than that, it's been a really great hike. I really loved the landscape. The weather was absolutely perfect, and yeah, I really enjoyed just having some time to clear my head, to be outside, to sleep outside, and yeah, it was really lovely that I was able to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video and our hike, and I'm really happy that I could show you a little bit of an area that's very close to where I grew up. I hope you liked it, and if you did, give this video a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. That would really mean the world. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!